So this is how to do a single leg RDL. This is a bit of a complicated movement, so I'm going to take some time to explain it. You can do this in multiple ways. You can do it as a B stance RDL or a single leg. I'm going to show you the single leg because I prefer it myself, but everyone's different, and so I can give you both options. So for the single leg RDL, what you want to do is have something that you can hold on to in front of you and a weight in one hand. It is optional, the weight, as always, but we're going to have the weight in the opposite hand to the leg that's working. Okay, so starting in this kind of staggered position and holding your hand onto the apparatus that's going to support you and keeping your weight in that front leg because that's going to be the working leg. Making sure that your weight is always in the heel and not coming forward into your toe. That's the key for any sort of leg movements. What we want to do is keep our hips very square towards the bench. So don't have your hips kind of flaring outward back like that. You want to make sure that they stay square towards what you're holding on to. And then you're going to lift this back leg up off the floor. And we're going to bend forward down, again, supporting yourself as you move down into this until you reach 180-degree angle with your body, making sure that your body is hinging back forward into that glute muscle. And again, your hips are not flaring open as you go down. You want to keep them really square towards the ground, and you should feel it really stretching out through the hamstring there. And then squeezing back up all the way to stand, keeping a nice bent leg at all times. Good, so hinging back, 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 all the way down, and then squeezing back up through the glutes. Good, I'll show you on the other side, just so that you can see on both sides. Again, coming down, 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 keeping the hips really square. So you'll see if your hips are looking like this, then you're not doing it right. So keep really nice and square through the hips and the chest, all the way as you do the movement. Good, so then a staggered stance version of this is very similar, but you don't use the bench. What you want to do is keep the same kind of position, so one foot working and the other one staggered behind. And you're going to perform an RDL in this position, so bending the chest all the way down towards the leg until the weights reach just underneath the knees, pushing your hips back, hinging your hips backwards, and then squeezing up through to stand. So hinging back, keeping a nice strong chest and back. That's really important that your body doesn't fall forward like this when you do an RDL. You want to keep your shoulders really squeezed back and the weight through the heels at all times. Again, you can do either of these movements without or with weight.